Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages there as well. All right, my friends, let's get started and see what is the energy around the week ahead for Virgo. What is the energy around the week ahead here for Virgo? The energy around the week ahead for Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Bottom of the deck is here and now. So definitely being guided to stay in the present moment here. Really being mindful and conscious about what's going on around you. Let's see what else you got. The first card that came out was here, this orphaned. So something has got you feeling like you don't belong. Something feels like it rejected you, like you feel rejected by something. And it's interesting. We're seeing exchanging gifts next to it and then clean it up and then mending. So something right now has got you feeling rejected. It's got you feeling like you've been left out, like you don't belong. And it's almost like you need to exchange something for something else. It's almost, whenever I see that exchanging gifts card, I always think your new life is going to cost you your old life. So there may have been something that ended recently or something that just made you feel like you just don't belong anymore. And now you're sort of at a place here where it's like, you know, you don't realize what a heavy price tag what you desire comes with, because you could really find yourself achieving something at the cost of something else. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like if you, let's say, were thinking to yourself, I want a lot of success and abundance, and I want a lot of money, and I want to be able to sort of have whatever I need provided for through all of this abundance and success, okay? And then you realize that, well, if if that were to happen, and maybe it will happen, then you start to experience what needs to happen along with that. So with success might come a lot of attention from the external world, and you might be like, well, I didn't anticipate that. Or you might end up having to pay a lot of taxes on the money that you just earned, and you're like, oh man, I never even considered that. Or you might start getting a lot of people coming up to you saying, well, can I have some money? Like, you just came into all that money, maybe you should give me some. And so it's interesting, like it's almost like seeing exchanging gifts is like everything has sort of an effect or a consequence to it that we might not anticipate at times. And as I'm looking at these cards for you, it makes me feel like you may have wanted something and not realize that the cost of receiving that meant that you wouldn't be part of this circle anymore. That's sort of where I'm feeling this, is that you're going to have an opportunity to mend this, but it's almost like by taking a certain action, you ended up isolating yourself from somebody or some people, or you just now feel like you're on your own. And it could have been because of some actions you took or a desire that you really wanted to have take place. And sometimes it's that, like, careful what you wish for, because if you get it, not only do you get what you wished for, but you also get those unintended consequences or those other ripples that caused, like, I hope that's clear what I'm trying to say. And I feel like this part of your reading is going to help you clear everything up. Like, you've got clean it up with mending. So whatever happened here that made you feel left out because of something else that you did desire, it's like you made a choice about something here, and you didn't anticipate that one of the consequences of that choice would be feeling left out. Very interesting part of this reading. Let's grab the tarot cards here and see what messages they will show us for you. But I feel like as I cut the deck, I saw the King of Swords and the Lovers in reverse, which makes me feel like you made a choice. You made a choice, and now in the present day, you're seeing the consequences of that choice. Had to do with something making you feel left out. Very interesting. And now also in the present, you have an opportunity to clean it up. And maybe take responsibility for something and bring mending in, right? To heal something, to bring it back together. Excuse me. Very interesting. Let's see here. There's the Empress. So you are needing to sort of address this in a way that's very nurturing, almost like a mother archetype would. And, oh, that's too many cards. Let's shuffle again. And also this idea of staying grounded, body, mind, and soul, to sort of bring this situation to the present, but very, very nurturing, very compassionate, very empathetic. And there's the Strength card. Also, a lot of confidence as you move forward here, trying to bring healing to something. Yeah, it's like very interesting. You moved very confidently, and now you're needing a minute to assess here because you didn't expect this consequence. It's interesting. You were going about your business, doing things, and there's the Lovers. Yeah, I saw the Lovers in reverse when I was parting the deck. So you have a choice here to make about what to do with this now. And, you know, I think you feel you can overcome this obstacle. I think you feel that you're going to be able to overcome this obstacle. There's the Knight of Swords bringing in a lot of change here. So something could shift in this dynamic when we see that Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You've got some interesting cards here on the table. You've definitely got an opportunity to see something shift. And whether or not you want to work with others or do it alone is up to you. But it's interesting. I feel like as we look at these cards that you've received, that you do have the opportunity to mend something. You definitely have that opportunity is here with that Star card in reverse. But I feel like you might be feeling a little bit of despair. You might be feeling like there is no hope, even though I feel like there really is a strong opportunity for you to bring mending to this situation. Seeing the Lovers in reverse is interesting because it sort of shows us that you have a choice to make, and that you don't have communication with someone right now. There's been a break in communication. You're starting to feel hopeless about this connection thriving in the future. But at the same time, it's almost like there is this energy around it of that divine feminine with the Empress saying, nurture it. You know, have empathy and unconditional love. Be ready to sort of enter into a time of healing and blessings where anything could be possible, you know, to really nourish that connection back to life again. You know, this is an affirmation. The Empress affirms a positive energy. So, and seeing it next to the Strength card tells me that you do have the ability to overcome these obstacles with courage and strength and leadership, and with a really thoughtful and compassionate heart. Really bringing that compassion forward is going to help these feelings of defeat and these feelings of sort of diminished hope and despair. This Knight of Swords is coming in to shake things up, okay? Causing a lot of change around you. That Three of Pentacles is in reverse right now, I think because you're having a difficulty working with others. You actually need to listen more than you need to talk. This might be a time where if you were going to sort of contact someone to try to make amends for something, it's almost like you need to listen to their side of this without saying, but that wasn't my intention, but that's not what I meant, and you're misunderstanding. There's a break in communication here because someone may need you to listen, very active listening to how they experienced this situation and how it made them feel. That might clean it up. That could bring a lot of healing into this, where this break in communication could be healed and you might come back to each other. whatever this is, it's deeply impactful for you, Virgo. I mean, I should say whoever this is. Like, it really feels like this involves another person that you love. You love this person. You might even feel like you're a mother to them, or they're a mother to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of a connection. It almost feels like a connection of like nurturing and growing something, and then feeling like despair when that thing that you've been nurturing and growing is no longer in connection with you, no longer in communication with you. Let's clarify these cards. I'm looking at the Empress. Yeah, and I'm seeing the Queen of Wands with the Ten of Swords. So you were wounded, or someone was wounded by you. There's a wounding here with a strong energy behind it of like, I was just doing something that I wanted to do for myself that really was feeling right for me, and it ended up hurting someone else. I can't shake that feeling, Virgo, that just by sort of choosing something that you chose for yourself, and not in a selfish way. It's just that you know, we see the Two of Pentacles here. It was just, you had a lot going on, you made a choice, and it ended up negatively affecting someone else. And now there's a break in communication between you and this person. And there's the Star card coming out in reverse again, right next to the original one, and right on that Strength card. So yeah, there's a lot of despair around this. There's a lot of despair and hopelessness around this, and the Devil in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So it's heavy. It's heavy. It almost feels like you don't feel free. You want to feel free. You want to feel like a connection with this person again, and it's not there right now. The Star card is being clarified here. We see the Hierophant, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Four of Swords. So that's interesting. You know, part of your healing might be that you need to listen to that inner voice. What is that inner voice telling you to do? What is the divine guiding you to do? You know, with that Hierophant, and you need to almost put your mind at rest so you can hear those messages and follow them. You know, like seeing the High Priestess in reverse with the Four of Swords says to me that you need some, almost like some meditative time, some really strong inner reflection, so that you can understand what the divine is trying to communicate to you. So you can hear that inner voice to guide you into understanding what to do next here. Bottom of the deck is that Four of Pentacles. Again, another card indicating, like we saw the Devil, now the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You might have been separated from another earth sign here. Or you're seeing this Four of Pentacles because you can't let go. You're not able to let go of this connection. You know, you can't stop thinking about it. It wasn't your intention to make waves with this person, but, you know, there's the Emperor. We've got the Empress and the Emperor. So this is landing to clarify on the Lovers. For some of you, this is like a divine union. This could be twin flamey in the sense of, like, you know, by choosing a course of action, it really impacted someone else. And again, you were guided to do something for yourself here, and it ended up having these unintended consequences that led to a break in communication and a lot of like imbalances between you and another. And there's that Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck now. And I feel like that's what you want to do. You want to make your feelings known. You want to march in and make someone an offer to say, forgive me, I love you. Let's talk about this, you know. You want to see change in this dynamic. Looking at that Knight of Swords here, we see the Seven of Pentacles. So I think you're trying to decide what to do with this. Like, how do you proceed? Do you just keep walking the path you're on, or do you try to start a new path here, a new beginning? This is heartbreak, you know. Someone is you're in separation from someone, and it's breaking your heart. You got the Three of Swords. You've got the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like you're really struggling to move on without this person by your side or in your life, or at the very least in communication with this person. You really want to bring some healing into this, but you're not sure. Maybe you're not sure how they're going to receive you. You're not sure if they're going to be open to it. I feel like you've hurt each other, you know, like there's been some exchanges that have been hurtful words, you know. Very interesting reading, Virgo. It's very interesting. Okay, let's see. What are the final guiding messages here for Virgo on this reading, to close this reading for Virgo? Oh, you and your loved ones are safe. You know, whenever I see this card, I am always sort of reminded of this idea that all is going to be well. All is well. This is not over. This isn't over yet, and nothing is yet set in stone. Everyone is safe. You don't have to feel as worried as you do maybe about this connection, but you may have to figure out what you need to release. So there is something that might have to go if this connection is going to be mended. I feel like you really have to hear this person out before you decide what to do, and you need some moments of stillness to hear what your inner voice is guiding you towards. Last card here for Virgo before we close this reading. Luck is on your side. So that's a nice message here to remind you that no matter what happens here, bottom of the deck, hold your vision, and that luck is on your side. So, you know, this is not over. It's just in a pause moment. I think this can be healed in the here and now. This can be mended, but it might take a shift for you. You might need a shift here in order to understand the other person's point of view, in order to understand how this happened in the first place, you know, and what to do about it now in the here and now. All right, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I sure hope it's been helpful. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Your support is so appreciated. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. As always, I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends, and looking forward to reading for you again soon. Take care.